lights, camera, video, audio, storage, action.
Welcome to day 2 of GITEX, and we are today with Nikon, who is the video partner for this event with Rysha Media, and we have Mr. Narendra from the company, and we'll talk about their products and solutions and the market strategies. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you, Rysha Media, for inviting us and being the partner for video during GITEX. It's, for us, it's a very credible thing that medias like you are using our cameras for video. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you. We'll start with a brief about the key trends that Nikon is observing in the imaging and technology industry. How are you positioning yourselves in terms of your devices and solutions?
As we all know, Nikon is a 107-year-old company, and we have been instrumental to bring in the world's first technology into photography. And of course, video also started a few years back when D90 was the first video camera to be a DSLR to have a video in it. So we always think of what the consumer requirements are, and we also look at where the consumer wants the industry to go. So this is not very new for us, and with the mirrorless coming in and we proving ourselves as the best video and photo mirrorless camera, currently we stand with the Z9 and Z8. And Z9, even though it's about 3-4-year-old product, but still there is no other product which is competing with that segment. So we have been proving like that. Yes, we took little time over the years to convert from DSLR to mirrorless, but now mirrorless we still. So as you asked us, as we all know, technology, video is becoming more and more popular, and the big shoulder cams are no more to be seen anywhere. And even in broadcast and in cinema, it is kind of getting replaced by powerful mirrorless cameras. So we are getting into that pie, which is a very big and a growing pie in the global market. And if you look at the launch of Z8, which is one of the best, Z9 was best for video and photo, but with the size and ergonometry, it was little difficult for people to use the Z9s. And then the Z8 happened, and now we have just introduced a camera which is called as the world's best hybrid camera. So with a single switch, you have two cameras in your hand for a photo as well as video usage. So that's what we bring into, because consumer really require high quality photo, high megapixel. And for example, our Z6III has capability of taking 96 megapixel photo as well as a 6K video. So that's what we bring into the hands of the consumer at a very good price point also.
Okay. And as you rightly said, there are a lot of innovations that Nikon is known for.
Yeah.
And one of the innovations is right here. We have the Sr-1 Robotic Arm.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that and its usability?
Yeah. Actually, this is the first time that we are talking about Sr-1. Nikon has purchased two companies, as we know. One is the company called MRMC, which is into pure robotics, and also we have acquired a company called Red, which is in the Hollywood and Bollywood, which is very popular. So the kind of switch direct into the top end of the video is also. So when we are getting into video, it's all about motion, and that's when the robotics comes in. And today we have exhibited our Sr-1, which is from a robotic arm from the MRMC. And this is not the top end of the robotics, but this is kind of the consumer touch point of robotics. Sr-1 is very unique because we have seen a lot of PTZ cameras in the industry. It is not new. But why are we different, or how we are different is, we can put our top-end video solutions, mirrorless cameras or photo solution mirrorless cameras into the robotic arm of Sr-1. And it can take the lenses which are, for example, 180 to 600, which can cover a very wide kind of a spectrum for shooting. So if you look at many of the top the presidential palaces and the big meetings that we have around in this part of or anywhere, they are not nowadays they are not allowing the photographers and videographers to go in and take photo. So that's where we play a big role, because the SR1 can be implemented into different places, and our IN cameras and can be used with different lenses. So there is no loss of zooming. When you come into digital zooming, there is always a compromise. But we are using our hardcore lenses, which are being put in, and we don't, with one person, the entire camera as well as the robot arm can be managed, and that too from outside the venue. So it's kind of a revolution in the industry, because we are bringing in the best of the best products like the Z9s and Z8s, and now the Z6IIIs with the wide range of, we have more than 50 unit of lenses. So for close-up shots, for macro shots, for wide shots, for zooming. So that is the real changing point from the other brands.
Okay. And in terms of the positioning of Nikon in the Middle East region for your products, how would you talk about the potential of the products and the challenges that you can address?
Let me first address the potential. As we all know, the video content in the global social media, social network services, as well as the websites are increasing day by day, and that's why we are also focusing on into video. And what happens is, yes, unlike the olden days where the popular cameras were the first touch point of the consumer to enter into photo and video, nowadays that job is done by mobile phones. And about 8 to 9 years back, when we were doing interviews, people were asking us, will the camera industry will that go away? But that point also we said that mobile phone is not going to compete, but it is going to complement the industry. And I think nowadays many people do agree to this statement of not being competing each other, but complementing each other. So we find a lot of people coming into the video of social network through the mobile phones, and then they know the limitation. Whatever we say, advertisement do say that we can do many things, but we know the limitations, and that's when that change happens. People really get into. So if you look at our ticket size also, from the entry popular segment, we are also grown to the mid to high. So with the people's capability and understanding of how good they want the video to be, they also switch from the mid to high kind of. So the challenge being, if you look at the cost of the top end mobile phone is equal to the mid camera. So we still feel that there is a great opportunity that is there. It is the only challenge that you asked is about the lack of knowledge of how to take great video and photo. I think that gap we always fill in by the Nikon School and the Nikon Premium Member programs that we run. It is purely non-financial committed knowledge enhancement programs. So we actually invite even media houses and people who are using their mobile phones to the creators who use mobile phones. We really ask them to come and attend these classes to enhance their skills. So we are not asking you to buy, but we will help you to enhance the skill sets so that your quality of video as well as photo that is shown to the consumers can be enhanced. So we are regularly in the process of giving back to the consumer by helping them to enhance their knowledge on video as well as photo. I think that is the challenge, but we have Nikon School around all the countries in GCC, even in Africa, everywhere. So we want people to be open to understand how the quality can be enhanced through the classes that we give free of cost. So I think that is the challenge that we want to address through enhancing the knowledge of the consumer.
Okay. And can you also talk about your research and development efforts and your strategies for the Middle East and Africa region?
As we stand today, the biggest challenge is people take photo, and AI is growing, and even cameras, our latest cameras have AI inbuilt in the cameras. But the challenge is now, when somebody shows you a photo, we really don't know the authenticity of the photo or the video taken. So today Nikon has just announced a space to watch where the content is being authenticated by the camera itself. I think that is very good thing, and today in social media, even globally, Nikon has announced to look at this space and then look at how you can be the owner, and there is nobody else creating a similar thing and saying I've captured this. So I think that is a very good thing that Nikon is getting into. That's kind of a support to the community, and it is kind of an R&D that we are bringing into the photo video. So we are constantly thinking of how to help the consumer to put his signature and put his what you call the dream being captured, to give him that appreciation of that is his creativity. So it is kind of a software R&D, but also into hardware. We are also looking at many things that you will be surprised to see, which will come in the coming days from Nikon.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Narendra, for speaking to us. Nice having you with us today, as always.
No, it's really nice of you to call me again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And let's see what we can do together in the future also.
Thank you.